Welcome to the SharkPreneur podcast with Kevin Harrington and Seth Greene. Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, one of the original sharks from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and has generated over $5 billion in TV and digital direct response sales. Seth Greene is the world's first trusted authority on cutting-edge direct response marketing, a best-selling author, and the only 3-time Marketer of the Year nominee. On the podcast, Kevin and Seth interview sharkpreneurs who share straight talk on what it takes to explode your business.
Do you want to become insanely successful? Do you want to be the go-to guru in your industry? Do you want to be talked about for all the right reasons? For over 40 years, Kevin Harrington has helped people just like you become significant influencers. Now he's broken the process down in the Key Person of Influence roadmap, and it's yours for free. Just text KPI to him at 727-888-2100. Text KPI to 727-888-2100 right now and claim your free step-by-step guide. Text KPI to 727-888-2100 to get the recognition you deserve and experience the success as the go-to voice everyone listens to in your industry.
Welcome to the SharkPreneur podcast. This is your co-host, Seth Greene. Today I've got the good fortune to be interviewing Steve Pacinelli, co-founder of BombBomb. His book, there is a co-author of Rehumanize Your Business, which was published by Wiley back in 2019, was an Amazon #1 bestseller, 800 CEO Read #1 bestseller, Barnes & Noble bestseller. Steve is CMO of BombBomb, a software company that helps working professionals get face-to-face through video for clearer communication, human connection, and higher conversion. Steve, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on the show, Seth. Excited to be here.
Awesome. All right. So what does that mean? BombBomb helps working professionals get face-to-face through video. What exactly is that? I mean, tell us a little bit about what it does, because it's an amazing service.
Yeah, because most people, when they think of video, they think of marketing through video, and they think of commercials, or they think of a landing page with a video on it that has a lot of glitz and glam and high production value. And this is the exact opposite. You know, BombBomb pioneered back in 2006 when we started the relationships through video. And so rather than sending someone an email with black text on a white screen that doesn't differentiate you, it doesn't show that person, the recipient, who you are on the inside, or who you are as a person, we advocate for the use of simple video messages. So sending someone a 30-second message or 45-second message instead of being the text on the screen, so you can communicate more clearly, you can connect with people more effectively, you can get more replies and get more responses. And it's not just through BombBomb, though. We advocate the use of video whether you're a BombBomb customer or not, because there's a lot of free ways you could do it. There's a lot of easy things that you can do to get face-to-face with your prospects. And that's what we talk about in the book: the when, the why, the how, the where you should be using video, the pitfalls, and the benefits.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What's the difference between marketing through video and relationships through video? I get that it's not slick and overproduced and look like a TV commercial. What does a BombBomb video email, what does that look like?
Yeah, so it is simple. There's no green screens, drones, high-end digital SLR cameras. You use your laptop camera or your iPhone camera to record a simple message. There's something called the shiny authenticity inversion. And the shinier that something is, the less authentic it feels. And we grew up that way on commercials and the type of media that we consume. But when someone sends a raw video, when someone just holds out their phone or hits record on their computer and says someone else's name, like, "Hey, Seth, you know, I just got your form that you filled out online. I wanted to let you know that I'm a real person. I'm here to help. You had 3 main questions. Here are the answers." There's a simplicity in that face-to-face message, in that simple message that you are reaching out and giving someone your time. And so, yeah, there's no high-end equipment involved, really. It's just you. It's if you were in front of more people more often, you do more business.
Very true. I mean, I think the #1 challenge we hear from our prospects for marketing services is if we could just get in front of more of the right people,
right,
our business would explode. Can you help us do that? Of course, our answer is yes, and you are a perfect complement to that. So tell us a little bit, is BombBomb scalable So is this a video that I send out to 500 people, 5,000 people, or is this one-to-one communication?
Yeah, so it could be. The answer is yes, it could be, but that's not what we would recommend one video out to 5,000 people. You know, when you place a video on YouTube, your goal is to put a video on YouTube to get 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 views. With BombBomb, your goal is to create as many videos as fast as possible, each receiving one view a piece. It's that personal one-to-one connection. It's the replacement of that prospecting email that you're going to send out that you're not going to get a response to. It's when one of your customers is angry and upset and you want to show them that you're taking the time out of your day to personally handle their situation, or when someone has a success or a win, or even someone in your company, when you know you could explain it better if you were there in person, or say it better or communicate it more clearly. That's your opportunity to use BombBomb. We actually have a 3-part framework that we like to teach people. If there's emotion involved, if you need to build trust or rapport for number 2, and if it's a complex topic. Those are the 3 scenarios when you're about to type out a message or text a message to someone or LinkedIn a message to someone. If any one of those 3 elements are involved, emotion, trust or rapport, trust/rapport, or it's a complex topic, that's an opportunity for video.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. We tell people all the time, if you're answering the same question every day,
Mm-hmm.
if you've got a set of FAQs that people say that you have answered more than once, or a conversation you have the same with every new client for a particular service, that should be on video and they should see that. So we're in 100% alignment with that. Are you suggesting, so is the video I'm sending through BombBomb, that's one email? You mentioned phone. So I record it, message to one person, send it, use your service. What's the difference between that and say me sending a video, trying to text them a video file that I recorded on my phone?
Well, texting is way easier, and chances are you have everything that you need to text a video from your phone right now. You don't have to buy BombBomb or anything else. You record your video, you send it out. Depending on the operating system, I mean, there's a high percentage chance that that video is going to get through and you accomplish your goal. We're big advocates of doing that as well. Now, if you do want to add something like BombBomb onto it, then you can get elements like percentage of video viewed. And you get tracking and you get the analytics, which isn't a necessity to do that, but it is very nice. And if you're going to email video, if your business relies upon email, whether you're doing cold prospecting or outbounding, or you get a high amount of inbound leads for your business, email is where it's really difficult because it's not easy to get a video into an email, especially someone or something that someone is going to click on, because it's either a link or it's a static graphic. And we do animated previews. We give them the length of the video before they watch it. We make it engaging, and there's a lot of interesting things that people can do to get their video played too. We have a bunch of strategies around that as well.
That sounds fascinating. So you've got the behavior, you've got best practices. Hey, let's get it open, let's get it read, let's get it watched, from sending many, 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 many videos over the last decade and a half. And then I really like, as a marketer, obviously the analytics, because I could text someone my video, but that doesn't mean, it may say it was delivered, that I don't know if they watched it. I don't know if they watched the whole thing. If I'm on YouTube, I'm not going to know that on a person by person granular level. If I'm on Vimeo or Wistia, maybe I get some analytics, but again, that's on the 500 people that watched one video. It's impractical. They're not going to give me that John Smith watched 80% of your video and then dropped off. And then I could say, hey, John, you missed the last 20 seconds. That was the most important part, type of thing.
Right. Or if someone comes back and watches it 3 weeks later and they watch it in its entirety again, and now, wow, this person might be more interested than I thought. And
it's a more qualified prospect because they watched it more than once.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
We talked about the frequently asked questions. What are some of your best use cases in terms of other types of videos that you guys have seen sent out that worked really well?
Yeah. So obviously for cold prospecting or cold leads or outbounding, that's the main one. But if someone does go cold on you after you have connected with them, and so silent leads, it's a great thing to reach out. It's a lot easier to say no to text on the screen than it is to say no to a smiling face. If you want to reach out for a personal reason to someone, wishing them happy birthday, something as simple as that, or congratulations, your company made X, Y, and Z accolade, it's going to come through much better in a video. One of my favorite things to teach, though, is if something does go wrong and you need to apologize for any reason, negative emotion, that is one of the best opportunities for video, and it's going to give you a better conversation. It's one of the few times where video is actually better than in person or over the phone as well, because you're planting a seed. And this is how something like this would work. If you had bad news you had to deliver to someone, their order got messed up, something didn't happen according to plan, you send them a video and you deliver the bad news with empathy, of course. And you deliver that bad news, and then you tell them what you're going to do next. And at the end, you say, hey, so if you want to get in touch this afternoon, I'm available at 4 o'clock or after, let me know. And when you send that video out, because bad news is more psychologically compelling than any other news that someone can get, and they need time to process that. And if someone ever received bad news, or if you've seen someone receive really bad news and they're either quiet or they go off the handle and they're upset, it's because they didn't have time to process. So by sending a simple video, giving them the facts, the information with empathy, allowing them time to think about it, and then having the synchronous conversation, either through Zoom or on a phone call or in person, it provides them that opportunity, that space to think without providing an answer. And you'll find that that call, that Zoom call or what have you, will go infinitely better.
I mean, that's really brilliant, because I have that issue myself where I will think of the perfect thing to say after a conversation is over. Yeah. I'd be like, damn it, I want to call him back and say XYZ. That would have been a perfect objection rebuttal, or that would have been the perfect, segue, or whatever it is. So, and there are times where we're so busy we can't take unscheduled phone calls, which actually works better because they can leave me a message about what they want or what the issue is, and I can think about it before I respond. And we always phrase things better after we've thought about it than when we respond in the heat of the moment, especially if you mentioned if somebody's upset.
Right.
So I love the idea of putting part of that conversation in video, so either they have time to think about it before they respond and you get a more thought out response and less emotional for whatever reason, or we have more time to think about it and I can craft a more compelling message and put it into the video and they watch it, and then we have a back and forth. So I like that a lot. Why aren't more people doing this? Like, what is holding us back as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as sales professionals?
Because it is the biggest thing, and the coronavirus helped out immensely in getting people to understand the need for simple video messaging and replacement of text.
Sure, and everybody's forced to be on Zoom now. So even the people who really didn't want to be, were like, I don't want to be on camera. They're either on camera or it's a black screen and their name is on there and they're chatting, but we just can't see them.
Right, and so that has fast forwarded the situation. But people think, well, I have Zoom, and Zoom is great. Is it like Zoom? It's not like Zoom at all. Zoom actually uses BombBomb as well. I just got a video email from a Zoom employee just last week. We're Zoom customers too. But Zoom is the synchronous conversation, and so BombBomb is everything before and everything after. You don't have the time, or your recipients don't have the time to schedule that 3 o'clock meeting on Tuesday or Thursday or Wednesday, or what time works better. Or maybe you don't have the rapport or trust built to get that meeting scheduled with that person yet. Or maybe you just had the Zoom meeting and you remembered the thing that you should have said. You're not going to schedule another Zoom meeting to do that. And you also don't want to take a cosmic leap backwards in your ability to communicate clearly by sending it through text and having it misunderstood or misconstrued. And so it's the middle ground between plain typed out text and a synchronous meeting. You don't have to take a major hit in your communication. So the before and then the after that Zoom call are excellent times to do it. When I want to build trust and rapport, like we mentioned before, I have this project going on. I started this year called the Gratitude Project. I've been practicing gratitude for years and years and years in one way or another. But this year I decided, you know what, I listened to so many podcasts, and these amazing people are on the podcast giving me the best information that they learned of their lives. And like, I should be grateful for that. I wonder how many people reach out and thank the podcast guests that are on and sharing such wonderful information. So I started doing it at the beginning of this year. And I have a Google Sheet, which I can show you, and it lists each person that I reached out to, author, CEO, VP of sales, founder, etc., CMO, and it lists them out. And I've been sending gratitude messages to the podcast guests, and I have a 72% reply rate.
Wow.
Reply rate.
That's not open rate, which would be insanely good by itself. That's, Jesus, that's I mean, that's amazing.
And so when you talk about other people, if you want to grab someone's attention, if you want to truly thank someone, if you want your message to be not only seen, heard, but felt and understood, that's the opportunity for video. And when I sent, I have it right here. This is the last one I sent. I sent this to Charlie Greene. I just listened to a podcast that he was on. He talked about reciprocity and trust. And reciprocity, you give someone your time, they feel compelled to give you their time back. It's part of the reason why this actually works. And so I had this little whiteboard. I put it up on the screen. These are his words. And so when he saw that in my LinkedIn message, and I kind of shimmied it around there, and on LinkedIn, the video is already playing. It's another reason why you want BombBomb. It's already animating. And so he saw that, he sees his own words, and he's like, wait a second, this is about me. And then I give him a bunch of compliments, which are true, and the things I learned from the seminar or from his podcast, and they respond back. It's amazing. So when you have good news to share, that's the time for video. Internal communication, external communication, etc.
That is awesome. I absolutely love it. Tell us a little bit about what prompted you to write the book, Rehumanize Your Business, and why we should read it.
Yeah, so initially it started down a different path, and my co-author and buddy Ethan, he wanted to write a book about just BombBomb in general, and it kind of shifted a bit, knowing that people, they at this point in time, especially last year, they didn't understand simple video messaging. Like, it still came back to marketing. People wanted to buy BombBomb, they'd buy it and they'd be like, well, can I blast all my people? And it's not about blasts, it's about connection, right? And so the book shifted into how we can help people understand the opportunity that's in front of them to use video, and then the process for executing, because you need to be good at 3 different dimensions when you're using video. If you type someone a message, you are only judged on your words that you choose in that message. Now, there's a lot more scrutiny on those words if you make a spelling mistake or commas in the wrong place, because they're sitting there looking at it. But when you do video, or let's say the phone, when you're on the phone, it's the words that you choose and it's the audio, it's the tone of your voice. But when you do video, you have 3 dimensions, because now it's the visual elements, your hand gestures, the way you're standing or sitting, what's behind you, which we could talk about. That plays a big role as well. Everything comes into play to get that video played and then generate that connection. And there's a lot of nuance. And just like people get trained on how to be great at telemarketing or how to be great at prospecting through email, we felt there was no information out there on people being trained on how to prospect, how to connect, how to communicate through simple video messages. And so that's why we wanted to create the book. And you can do all the things in the book, again, without BombBomb. These are just general video strategies, and they even work in synchronous situations like Zoom too for a lot of the topics that we talk about.
That is absolutely incredible. Well, congratulations on the book and its bestseller status in multiple platforms. Congratulations on 15+ years of amazing relationships, communication, and the success through BombBomb, the software as a service. For our listeners and viewers who want to learn more, where can they go to get the book, and where can they go to get BombBomb?
Yeah, they can go to Amazon.com or Barnes & Nobles, wherever they find their favorite books. And you can also go to bombbomb.com/book if you want some more information about it too, or just go to BombBomb and you can check out our service. You can get a free trial of BombBomb, no credit card required. Start sending videos, send it out of your Gmail account, send it out of your mobile app. We're compatible with most other prospecting and CRM systems out there too, with direct integrations with a lot of them. So you can hit record in Salesforce. Right in the record. Wow. And record that video, send it out, have it track, create reports and dashboards around your video sending, and do it all right there.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We will send our listeners and our viewers to go get the book and to go get BombBomb. This has been Seth Greene with Steve Pacinelli. Steve, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Seth. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody, for watching or listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Do you need money to fund your idea, product, or service? Are you ready to take your business to the next level, but need capital to get it done? Kevin Harrington has heard more than 50,000 pitches and knows how to help you make the perfect pitch to get the funding for your entrepreneurial dream. He's distilled the process down in his perfect pitch cheat sheet, and it's yours for free. Just text PITCH to him right now at 727-888-2100. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 right now and claim your free perfect pitch cheat sheet. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 to start funding your dream today.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.